So let's start this session.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Mandeep. I'm the founder of Tribes for Good. Today, I'm going to talk to you specifically about volunteering, social impact, social entrepreneurship, and most importantly, how do you make a positive impact? So, at Tribes for Good, our aim is to build leaders, doers behind grassroots, world changing ideas. We basically work with high school students, college students, and professionals who want to give back. And these are a few pictures of our past students who have worked on different projects. Most of them are from international schools, some of them are from CBSE and as well as ICSE schools. So, a bit about the organization. At Tribes for Good, we are focusing on a crucial fact that is, in education, we want to focus on experiential education. And before COVID, we were also focusing on impact travel. We have twofold objective. One is we work directly with nonprofits and social enterprises, and we focus on the capacity building. When I say capacity building, we work with them directly on their marketing, on their operations, on their research. And going forward, I'll also give you examples of the same. And the second objective is, which is useful for the audience who's here today, we work directly with students who want to give back. When you want to give back, it's very important for you to understand what's happening in the social impact space. When you think about volunteering, you always feel that, okay, I want to help someone, okay, maybe I want to build my profile. But most importantly, it's really important to understand what is that the person who you want to help needs. And this is where we come in. So we are a bridge between the nonprofits and social enterprises and anyone who wants to give back. We focus on the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And I'm sure all of you have heard about them in school. Right? Like I said before, we are basically a bridge. We help you discover, learn, and contribute to your communities. So when you think about giving back, if you are in Mumbai, there's so much that you can do in urban Mumbai itself. You don't have to go to rural India. If you're in Delhi, if you're in Bangalore, you can make a change in your community itself, in your area that you're living in. And we'll help you understand how do you drive real change. Are all the programs have been co-created for maximum impact. By that I mean is that we spend a lot of time with the nonprofits and social enterprises understanding what are the areas that they need help with, right? So when you start from the basics, understanding what are the areas the experts need help in, that's how our programs are created. So when you work with us, you basically work on a live project, which is subset of a bigger project that's going on throughout the year. We work with around 80 plus NGOs and social enterprises in India, and the themes are urban mobility, education, digital and financial literacy, even fashion. We even focus on sustainable fashion. Some of you who are trying to build your own businesses, enterprises, can look into social entrepreneurship. A few of you might also be interested in clean technology, so you can work on clean energy, animal welfare, gender, women, LGBTQ+. So all the trending areas that Gen Z specifically is interested in, we have those. Now I'm going to pause over here. This is crucial for anyone who is looking at profile building, who's specifically looking at our programs for showing it in the university applications. There are three things that you need to consider, three things that you need to think. First is, what am I passionate about? Maybe someone in your circle might say that, okay, listen, education is a crisis, health is a crisis, maybe water is a crisis that's going on in India. But you need to stop and think, what am I passionate about? What is Mandeep passionate about? My passion lies in gender. So if I am working on any cause, I will always move towards gender. And why are we saying that we need to find your passion? The reason is, if you pick up a topic which you like, you believe in, you will continue to work on it for a longer period of time, which links to the second part, that when you're working specifically for your college applications, you need to be engaged for a longer period of time. And when I say longer period of time, you can break it. It doesn't mean that you need to be working with the cause every day. You can start with your summer break, then take a break, focus on your academics and other extracurriculars. Then, let's say in October or November, when you have your Diwali break, you pick it up again. You work on the same cause for 1 week. Then take a break from the course, and then in the month of December, when you have your Christmas break or New Year break, pick it up again. Specifically, students who are in 8th, ninth, 10th grade, I think this is a fabulous opportunity for you to think about what are you passionate about and how can you continue for a longer period of time, right? So the first 2 points are about you. The third is, which is crucial, is how will your activity result in lasting change? Because ultimately you're trying to help someone, right? So you need to know the activity that you pick. It can be teaching, it can be, marketing, it can be social media. How will that activity help in bringing a lasting social change? So three things, always focus on that when you think about volunteering, social space, community service. I'm going to talk you through one of our, the top performing students, Ritu. Ritu is from Bangalore. She's from Legacy School. She came to us and she said that I am passionate about animal welfare. And this is last year when COVID just started. And she was like, okay, what can I do? So we were like, okay, why don't you start with the need of the hour? The need of the hour at that time was because we were in stringent lockdown. The strays, specifically strays, needed food because there was a lockdown. We just couldn't step out. So she started a crowdfunding campaign from the comfort of her house and started raising funds for street dogs. And when she came for a program, she found a team member. And both of them worked on the campaign and were able to raise around 33,000 rupees, which was very good for both of them. Once they were done with that, the teamwork resulted in coming up with a social enterprise, which is called Helping Paws. Now, every year they are working on the social enterprise, starting from crowdfunding campaign, they have moved to sensitization workshops, and now even a podcast, right? So always think about, can I involve someone else in the social space? Don't try to do everything on your own. Look at people who can come and be part of it, people who are also like-minded, passionate, and they can be from different cities also. Ritu and Shaurya are from different cities and different schools. Her focus is that can I talk more about animal welfare in the terms of nutrition, right? So think deeper. Animal welfare, there's so much opportunity for you. So what we are doing, and this is something I would recommend for everyone, is look at your interest, skill set, which has to be guided by someone, and then pick up the topic. So you can work on gender justice, you can work on digital inclusion, you can even work for tech for good, science, youth employability, sustainable fashion. Fortunately or unfortunately, we are going through a period wherein people who are privileged, who have the resources, need to step up because we have been seeing the crisis all across us and COVID is not really going away. So if you feel that, okay, I can't step out of my house, you need to be creative. You need to be in touch with NGOs who have access to technology and start your step. You can even start something very small. Just take the first step, right? Second thing which we do when you come to us is we take a step forward. We link what you're passionate about with your intended major. Are you looking at science? Are you looking at business? Are you looking at economics? Are you looking at liberal arts? So we will link what you're passionate about and suggest a project which will be good for your major. So now let's take an example of someone who's interested in art. A lot of you who come to us are very creative. You love art, you love dance, you love music, you love painting. So someone who is passionate about art, what kind of community service can you do? The first thing that comes to your mind is, can I teach? Can I teach someone art? Right? It's a very good thought. But take another step. Think what else can be done, right? Talk to people and say that, okay, I love art. What are the other ways can I support a community? Can you partner with a non-profit wherein they are focusing on art-based products? Can you upskill them? We are constantly learning. We're constantly learning new skills. We are upskilling ourselves. Can we focus on a non-profit and help them with this skilling? And this is exactly what we did. So we had 3 students who signed up for just the art in gender justice, just the art part. So in this picture, you can see our facilitator Shweta, and on the right hand side is our non-profit Aftertaste. These are the women who are from urban slums of Mumbai who have been trained to become artisans. They are living a life of dignity wherein they love coming to the center, coming up with beautiful products. Right now, I don't have it handy here, otherwise I would have shown you the product. Now, what this organization needs is this organization needs training. This organization needs to know what are the upcoming designs. And this is precisely what our students did. They came up with the concept of minimalism. And this is what they did. This is a result of their work. Just like the way we are interacting today, we ran a Zoom workshop. The women are in Goregaon. The students were in Lucknow, Delhi, and Mumbai. So they ran the workshop virtually and could see the products that were created, right? So think a step forward, how can I contribute, which will help them? Now, this activity will directly lead in impacting the business, right? Because the revenue stream will increase. They will come up with new products, new age products, which maybe you and I, we want to buy, right? So look at what are the trends. Now I'm going to talk about something very simple is science. A lot of you will be passionate about science, and maths we know has a lot of scope in a country like India. But when you look at the education system in India, sometimes the education system fails us. And this has been proven through statistics, wherein a grade 6 student is not able to even read a grade 2nd text, right? So what we are doing is we are saying, can we have a doubt clearing network? Can students like you who are in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade be the mentors? Can you be the bhaiya and didis for these students and focus on so many things apart from teaching? Can you look at content creation and aggregation? Can you look at YouTube videos which are teaching content in a fun manner, which is more like edutainment? We are spending so much time on Netflix and Prime, right? So can we look at also content which is entertaining? How do we utilize platforms like YouTube, WhatsApp? So WhatsApp and YouTube are the platforms wherein there is no resistance. Everybody knows how to use them. Can we use those? Can we focus on training their trainers? There are teachers that these students have access to, but can we focus on training the trainers, upskill them? And the crucial thing that comes, handy is your language. Do you speak Hindi? Because we are dealing with a maximum Hindi speaking population, or any other regional language. You can speak Punjabi, you can speak Bengali, Marathi. So can you also explain the content in different languages, right? So when you look at teaching, there is so much scope over here in terms of volunteering, because we're going through an education crisis. We don't know when the schools are going to open up. Our life didn't stop, but we know how much people are struggling. So when you look at even something like teaching science and maths, there is so much opportunity over here. And it's really good for students who are looking at computer science, who are looking at any kind of engineering subjects, who are looking at medical subjects. So you can teach biology, right? So always think about, how can I make a difference even through one small activity? Even if I'm teaching for 1 hour, how can I make it engaging? How do I ensure that everybody participates? Now, all of you are going to school. You know that most of the time teachers are asking questions and we are not interacting. So how do we ensure that there is interaction that's happening? Can I incentivize students? Can I even come up with a WhatsApp group wherein the students are just coming up and sharing their doubts? And within 3 or 4 hours, I can clear the doubts through audio notes, or maybe I write it down on a piece of a paper saying, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, click a picture of it and post it on the group. So think, okay, what is the best way to explain something, right? So what I want to tell you is that when you look at the social impact space, there is a need of innovation. There is a need to think smartly over here, and that's what you can bring in. So some of the other examples of how you can look at social impact spaces, think about research. A lot of students are very good at research, and nonprofits are looking for hands who can reach out to people. Can you come up with primary surveys? Can you reach out to different stakeholders and come up with case studies? So this is an example. I've just taken a few screenshots so that you can understand how this happens in a virtual world is coming up with a questionnaire and then designing case studies. Over here, there are two students of ours, Zoran and Anushka, who are speaking to one of the teachers from a Zilla Parishad school in Maharashtra, wherein they're trying to understand how a homeschooling initiative has helped them. And then the second, on the right hand side, what you can see is basically a nonprofit that we work with, which focuses on rehabilitation of vulnerable girls. So someone who loves storytelling, someone who loves to write, you can interview people and come up with their case studies, which gets published. This I've already covered. You can teach even nutrition. If you love coding, you can focus on coding workshops also. And when I say coding, don't think about teaching them coding in the first workshop. Firstly, help them understand the logic. Can you talk about what is an algorithm? Can you talk about loop? Can you talk about sequence using examples of games? Most of these students play Candy Crush, right? So Google it out, research what is happening in the space, use examples, use stories, use anecdotes. Topics like body positivity, gender-based violence, topics which are crucial even in your community is important. So it becomes really important to even talk about body positivity to low-income students. So any kind of topic which you are passionate about, you can cover it. Financial and digital literacy is the need of the hour. So you can see the picture of Amanya. She's one of our students who started last year, and she understood the need of digital literacy, the importance of it, that she used to teach via WhatsApp video calls. There used to be a group of 5 women and Amanya, and they used to learn. She used to teach how to use Google Pay, Paytm, and that's how you can show the impact of the work. So you need to show the number of hours you have spent on call training. How have the people that you have been teaching used the content, right? Can they pay the bills? Can they pay electricity bill? Can they pay DTH bill? Has the number of frauds, because there is a lot of online frauds that are happening, have they reduced? And we'll give you the tools for the same. Over here, there's a small screenshot after the training wherein one of the ladies, she's transferred 1 rupee, and that's how she sent the screenshot to us to show that she actually learned it. So any kind of work that you need to also have proof of the same. So whether you're teaching, whether you're making research reports, or you're making up questionnaires, social media, please add those to your report. Add all of these things, document it, and come up with a final report which can go along with your CV. I'll skip this now. So a question that normally comes to us is, how does this still happen online? How does it happen? So this picture, the reason I've added this is for you to understand. So you can see on the top is basically women from a village in Jharkhand, a tribal village in Jharkhand, who are making stoles. So this is an image of them. And at the bottom, you can see students from a government school who are holding tablets. So this is a crowdfunding campaign that we had done last year so that they can start getting access to education. So we will log in from our accounts. They will log in either from one account or different accounts. And that is how the interaction happens. Over here, there are other project examples. Now, because the tablets had been given, the students on the left-hand side are learning now. So what they are doing because of COVID, that's why they're wearing masks because they're sitting next to each other. There's a tablet that's placed over there, and all of them are learning together because they are in the same vicinity, right? So there are different things that you can do. And now let me take you through what the program entails. We run two programs. One is called Global Challenges and Social Justice. This program is really good for a student who's not really sure, who has not done much volunteering or community service, and is not really sure whether they like gender justice or they like tech for good. They're not really sure. So this gives you the right kind of exposure that you're looking for and helps you understand what social impact space is all about, see the results of your work. So that's the first program. The second one is social entrepreneurship. This program is suited for a student who knows what they want to do. They know they have seen a problem and they want to solve that problem. It can be focused on water, it can be focused on sanitation, it can be education, it can be menstrual health and hygiene. You know the problem and you have a solution in mind, and we will help you execute it. So our strength is execution. So we will help you execute the same with our partner nonprofits. So our programs are primarily focused on high school students. The one I'm talking about today, it's 13 to 18 years. As young as someone in grade 8 can come and join the program. All the sessions are run virtually via Zoom. You have to spend 2 hours per week for 4 weeks with us. Apart from that, there will be 2 to 3 hours of homework that's given to you along with the field work. Specifically, someone who's focusing on education or social entrepreneurship, the number of field hours is higher for you. Along with that, we will offer you 1 year post-program mentorship so that you can continue the project that you have started. Because like I said in the beginning, social change takes time. The change will not happen in 1 month, 2 months. Sometimes it takes years and years. Apart from that, you will also get access to one-on-one mentor hours, mentor sessions, wherein if you have any questions, queries, you're not following the program, or you want to do something more, you can reach out to us. The next program is starting on 15th August. The program fee is 25,000. And if you have any questions, you can contact me at mandeep@tribesforgood.com. Thanks, Ellen. This is it from me.
Thank you so much, Mandeep. If you can share your personal, if you can share your mail ID, your contact number, or anything that students could access on the chat, it would be really good.
Sure. I will do that right away.
And we have a few questions, Mandeep. Uh, we'll take up 2 to 3 questions and then we can end the session. So, a student, Omar, he's from grade 12th, and he has asked that in he has not done much of social volunteering, and how can he increase his volunteering hours, and what do colleges especially look at when it comes to volunteering?
Okay. Thanks so much for the question. See, the most important thing is they need to see you have done the work, and that will only come if you put time into that program, right? So you can even start with something small. You're in high school student. You don't have to say that I worked for a year or 2 years when you haven't. Don't fudge it. Start with something small. Start with a 1 month program. Give your best. 20 to 40 hours are enough, because otherwise obviously they're going to see that it's not true. But the project that you pick has to be impactful. The project that you pick needs to show results then and there, just like the skilling workshop I spoke about. Pick up something like that, because we are talking about a skill which the adults are again getting access to, as compared to, let's say, education, which is focused on students. Let's say you're focusing on gender-based violence will take time. We have to run continuous workshops to ensure that there is a change in the mindset of the people. You can focus on activities like case studies, which are a tangible proof which you can show. You can focus on research, because the primary research will start with questionnaire to designing, designing questionnaire to collecting data, wherein that's when you talk to people, you understand who these people are, who you're trying to help, and then analyzing the information. So the project that you pick at your stage is crucial, but pick something that you're passionate about.
Thank you, Mandeep, for that answer. Another question is, you have talked about some social volunteering programs where students turned up, came up to you, and they said that they would like to give, like, they were knowledgeable in different fields and they would like to impart this knowledge and share this knowledge with other students when it came to digital literacy, and some had love for pets. So, when it comes to these type of social volunteering programs, do students have to pay any fees when they come when they would like to provide uh,
Yeah,
any
sure.
sessions?
Yes. So our programs are educational programs wherein we spend a lot of time and effort in creating these products, in explaining what's happening in the space, and then training you. So these are educational programs, hence there is a fee attached to it. The fee is 25,000 for the program.
Thank you so much, Mandeep. It was great having you with us, and you can share your. You have shared your mail ID, I guess.
I'll just
Uh,
do that right away.
okay. Please do share your mail ID with the students so that they can reach out to you for their further doubts and queries. Thank you for giving an overview of Tribes for Good, and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Helen. Thank you so much for organizing this wonderful event, and good luck, everyone. Good luck with your applications.
Thank you so much, Mandeep. Bye.
Bye.